and welcome to my channel. Today I've got this look for you, which is sort of a wearable basic cat eye, kind of a subtle cat eye really. I just felt like doing something wearable and nice and shimmery. So yeah, this is what it turned into. It's a little bit more soft than like most of the looks I've done lately. But if you want to see more pictures of makeup by me, by the way, you can always follow me on Instagram as well. I'll put my name here below somewhere. And yeah, for now, let's not waste any time and let's get started. This time around we're starting off with the brows, and I'm going to only use a powder because I really just want my eyebrows to be basic today. I know it's a rare thing, and the only way for me to get my eyebrows to look basic is by simply not filling them in all that much. Because knowing myself, once I grab the brow pomade, then I'll just end up with full on Insta brows always. And yeah, this look, the whole idea behind this look is basically just that I wanted a basic look. Like something that doesn't stand out too much, something that's, well, something that's there and that gives an effect, but I should not move my eyebrows while talking, while filling in my eyebrows. Logic. But anyway, something that's there and something that's, you know, noticeable, but something that's still very wearable and most of all pretty quick to do. This is the sort of look that me personally, I love doing looks like these. Breathe while talking. Good idea. Anyway, I love doing looks like these when I'm on vacation, quite honestly. Simply because on vacation I usually do want brows that look nice, but I obviously don't want to spend like 12 hours on my makeup to then go hiking in a forest where no one even cares about my makeup, because that's just a bit of a waste of time and product. I'm just priming my eyelids now. By the way, it is a fact that everyone's face, well, most people's face at least, is not completely symmetrical. And also that therefore usually one of your eyebrows looks better than the other. I always honestly find it quite unfair in a way that my good eyebrow is actually on the less good side of my face. Like this brow on this side. Or bold brows like this, that would be lovely, but unfortunately that's unattainable. By the way, I'm now using a paler eye primer than I used to. I used to always use Crème de Rose by Maybelline from the Color Tattoos. But actually now I finally ended up buying Crème de Nude by Maybelline from the Color Tattoos, which is the same product but paler and with a yellow undertone. Which makes colors pop more, obviously, because it's lighter. But it's also a way better match for my skin tone, which is very nice. Okay, so we're going to do this, but we're going to do it on this eye, and hopefully my camera will stop focusing on my earrings instead of on my face. My camera's logic is really illogical. But anyway, this is really the sort of look that I like to do on vacation, like I said, just something nice and easy. So what I start to do is just basically go in with, for me, a very natural shade. If by nature you're more into cool tones rather than warm tones, obviously it's fine to use a warm color instead. Like, just use what suits you, obviously. But I'm just going to pack this on with a tiny brush. Like, basically the brushes that I'm going to use are a tiny blender, a slightly less tiny blender, a flat eyeshadow brush that fits directly underneath my eyebrow, a large fluffy blender, and also a very flat shader brush. So basically that's all I need to make a complete look. If I'm going on vacation and stuff, that's literally what I bring as well. So this really is my go-to basic look for when I want to wear makeup but I don't want to spend 12 hours at it. I'm also going to bring this color beneath my eye. Why is there an eyelash over there? There's not supposed to be an eyelash there. Anyway, I'm also going to bring this in the outer corner. I am keeping it quite specifically there, because with red shades you always gotta be careful to not get the usually very unwanted irritated eye effect. And obviously if you're not into warm shades, if cool shades suit you better, obviously just go for cool shades instead, that's fine too, just depends on what you like. And then I'm just going to, with the same brush but without extra product, going to blend it out. This is blended enough, I'm only going to blend out the top part. And then I'm going in with an orange shade. Obviously if you're going for cooler tones you would go in with a paler taupe shade at this point. And I'm really going to bring it all the way to the inner corner. This is quite a dark orange and I don't want the entire look to become too dark. So I am sort of building up this color so you can really see it's there. And to have enough on my eye to make it blendable. But I'm not going to apply too much. I'm not going to apply as much as I applied of the red. Just going to blend those two together. And just make it look even with the other eye. Make sure that it does actually accentuate the crease line. But, you know, I'm keeping it subtle. Which is rather a rare thing for me, but I'm trying my best. Okay, that's fine for now. I'm just applying that orange shade on the bottom eyelid as well. I'm going to basically wear my eyelashes on my lower lid end. And again blending those two together. Like so. And if you go too far with like the outer edge or with the bottom, don't worry, because if you're doing this at the same pace as I am, then, you know, we're still going to have to apply a concealer anyway. The palette I'm using doesn't actually contain a shade that's pale enough to highlight with. I'm going to add shimmer later. But I'm just going to add a nude shade, so I have something to blend with. And then I'm going to use a shade that's almost a slightly bit darker than my skin tone, but not a lot. And I'm going to use that just to blend the crease and the brow together. Just to make sure everything is as seamless as possible. And by the way, like I said, this is the sort of look that I love doing on vacation. And if you want to see this look in action on vacation, if everything goes alright, then I'm going to be uploading a vlog next Saturday when you're watching this. Of my vacation in Crème in Germany. I just really felt like vlogging again. Now I'm stuck with like 2 hours of footage, which I'm going to have to edit. So yeah, like I said, if everything goes right and my laptop doesn't crash or anything, then you can watch this vlog on Saturday if you're interested. Like the main thing we did, like off vacation vlogs of me, I'll just let you know what to expect right now. Don't expect like, well, by the way, I'm just using a big blender to blend some more. But anyway, train of thoughts. Yeah. Oh, that was the point. Don't expect like, you know, fancy sitting at a beach stuff of me. I'm applying a little bit more red because I find it too pale over there. But yeah, don't expect fancy beach shoots or anything. Or extravagant shopping. No, I'm the sort of person who loves to go explore on vacation. And mainly things like forests and anything medieval. I love medieval things. Like I've always loved history. And in high school I actually had a crush on my history teacher. Who got bullied so badly that he got fired eventually. And also he was like over 40 years old. I really don't know why I had a crush on him. But he was kind of cute. Point being though, I've always loved history, cute teacher or not, I've always loved history and like, I don't know, like medieval buildings, ruins, but especially like the intact stuff, that's like being able to literally touch history. It's so cool, so yeah, like that's really the main thing of my vlog as usual. When I'm on vacation, this is usually what I do, just try to visit as many medieval things as possible. By the way, I'm applying a sort of dual chrome pink and gold eyeshadow on my eyelid. But yeah, by the way, when you're watching this, it's already a few weeks ago, but when I'm filming this, actually the fire at Notre Dame was yesterday. And seriously, I'm so glad for like obvious reasons as well that it's still standing, because like it's an invaluable part of history. But also I actually have been to the Notre Dame when I was a teen, like not in high school, but the school after that. Sort of, in America it would be comparable to college, I suppose. I'm also applying the shimmery shades down here, by the way. And now I'm going to add a pale gold in my inner corner and a little bit beneath my brow bone. Before I forget to mention it. But I actually visited it, but because I was a bratty, annoying teen back then, I totally barely even remember visiting it. I totally didn't appreciate it enough, so for myself personally, I'm also very glad that it's still standing, that it survived. Because I really still want to visit it and actually appreciate it. Like, seriously. Like, the entire building is gorgeous and it would have been a waste if it would have been completely destroyed. Also applying the gold shade on the center of my lid, by the way, with a fluffy brush. So yeah, in short, I just really love medieval things and history. I'm just filling in my waterline with Nude. Like I said at the beginning, I want to keep this wearable. You could go for black if you want more drama, but personally I'm just going to keep it at nude this time. And then what I'm going to do for the cat eye effect is I'm going to just grab a dark brown shade from the palette. Alternatively, you could not blink while doing this and not stab yourself in the eye in the process. Anyway, alternatively you could use black. That's a lot easier. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to drag it on until I have my eyelashes basically. Because then my eyelashes are just going to overtake the darkness anyway. And I'm also dragging that into my inner corner in sort of a point like a cat's eye. And that really just creates the whole cat eye effect without having to go around with a lot of eyeliner, without making it too dramatic and still keeping it nice and wearable. And I'm also applying that color beneath, or between rather, my lower lashes. Just to give a little bit of an effect there as well, and just sort of blending it till halfway towards the inner corner. On top of my eyelid I'm also going to use the dark brown shade, but only in the outer corner to really just sort of angle the eyes upwards a little bit more. I'm not going to go all over the lash line. And again I'm just using the dark brown shade instead of an eyeliner to really keep it all nice and easy. I was going to do a mascara and then I realized it might be a smart move to actually do a bit of my face first, so I don't end up covering my eyebrows, or eyelashes I mean, with powder afterwards. Okay, so for mascara. For concealer I'm just going to apply a pale one, sort of yellow based, in my inner corners. I'm blending it out with a fluffy brush. If I would have done like a full eyeliner, I would have used a like sharper edged brush to just really, you know, make the eyeliner as nice as possible. But for a very blended out look it's just easier to use a fluffy blending brush for the concealer as well. Just so you don't end up having to reblend all the eyeshadow that's near the concealer, because that would be rather annoying. And then on all the other parts of my face that I want to be highlighted, I'm just going to apply a regular pale concealer and blend it out obviously. I am grabbing a bigger brush for that, because otherwise we'll still be here 5 hours from now. Then I'm just powdering the parts of my face where the concealer is, in bold colors. Now I'm just applying a powder foundation that's actually a little bit darker than my skin, which means that it's immediately a bit of a contour for me. And also just doing it like this, not using an actual foundation, really in my opinion helps to really keep your skin looking natural and not, you know, like you're actually wearing a lot of makeup. Okay, now I'm finally going on to mascara. I'm not going to pull you closer for that because it's really just basically applying mascara. This specific one is the wonderfully Real by Rimmel, which gives a very nice dramatic effect that I'm going after. Do make sure to only wiggle it at the base though if you're using the same one, and then pull it outwards, because otherwise it's going to give a very dramatic result. But not in the way you're going to want it. And then some brow plumper before I forget, just so all my eyebrow hairs are actually sticking in the direction I want them to stick in. For blush I'm going to use one that's pretty much the same color as the eyelid, or, you know, almost, but a little bit less intense obviously. But it's also a sort of peachy color, peachy pink color, with golden shimmer in it. I'm also going to highlight with gold, and I'm just doing that outer C shape as I pretty much always do. Also touching the bridge of my nose and tip of my nose a tiny bit on my chin, and also applying quite a lot, quite frankly, on my cupid's bow. I wasn't actually planning on it, but I'm going to contour my nose just a little bit with a pale contour shade. I don't know, I just don't feel like my makeup is ever complete if I haven't actually contoured my nose. And then finally the lips, I'm going to do those in a slightly warmer pink shade. Just to finish it off, because I really can't help myself, I'm applying a little bit of the gold highlighter on my lips as well. And that leaves us with the final results. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did like it, please click the like button. It would really help me out. And if you want to see more of my videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of makeup tutorials, but also a lot of chatty videos, nail art videos, and whatever else I can think of. And requests are always welcome as well. If you want to see a list of exactly what I put on my face today, you can check below in the video description. I always put a full list there. Obviously, you don't need to use the exact same products as I did, but if you want to know certain color names and all, they're all down there. Yeah, let me know how you feel about this look, by the way, how you feel about this style of more chatty tutorial. If you want to, let me know anything about it. Feel free to do so in the comment section. Yeah. And that was it for today, so thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!